Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we are going to do a quick breakdown of the Day 3 trading post. And some of these reviews are going to be with the influence, as usual, from Morian's review on the forums. Now, the featured item today is Elemental Embers, and if you really need them and have some excess Elementum bars, it is an option. But Morian pointed out that the deal that you get from merging an Elemental tower into a flak actually would be a better ratio. So if you're planning on building more Elemental Ember towers and you don't have enough of the Elemental Embers, but you have some Electrum bars, you could build an Electrum bar tower like the Howitzer or Dracul pylon up to whatever level you need, and then use that merge feature to put it into the flak. Now that does end up costing you a little bit extra timers usually, and so that is something to consider. I will not be purchasing these because I don't really need the embers anyways. The next one is lumber packs, and that's pretty easy to say no to. Yeah, they do make fortification easier, but for sigils, it's not really worth it. You can easily farm the lumber packs for, well, you actually get lots of lumber packs these days, but you can easily farm lumber during the event. Now, this deal for the speed ups, if you really need them, it is an easy way to grab some extra speed ups. But as Morian pointed out, the first trading post day had an even better timer deal. And it wasn't even like a straightforward, you must get these. It was kind of like an okay deal, but not the greatest. So if you got those ones and you still need lots of timers, then this is an option, but not something that I think that everybody needs to jump to. Not bad, not great. The next one is pretty awesome. These are 5 Draconic chests for 500 sigils. Now, at the end of the festive branch, at least last season, there was a continuing note that you could purchase 4 Draconic chests for 500 sigils. So this is even better deal. And the 4 for 500 was already an amazing deal. So this is something that, kind of like the platinum chests, everybody should get if they have the opportunity to. Because the averages are also quite widely varied, you might not get all your sigils back. But right there, we just spent 5,000 sigils to get 50 Draconic chests. We got 50, right? Yes. Like I said, my math is bad lately. So we're going to see what we can get out of those Draconic chests. And lastly, Rune Dust. Short and sweet is if you need it, it's an easy way to get it, but it's not the best Rune Dust deal we've seen. Not much worse, but not the best. Now let's go in and see what we get from these Draconic chests. So there they are, right at the start. 50 Draconic chests. We're going to open these up and see if we can break even on our sigils. Ooh, 200 mythic fragments. That is very nice. That's what I love most about these Draconic chests, is they give tons of breeding resources, which a lot of players tend to struggle with. Even those who have lots of fortification stuff, the breeding tends to be the one that lags behind mostly. We're at only 200 sigils so far, so pretty low, but we've got lots of breeding tokens so far. And some more egg tokens, a good chunk of inner fires, and then another 200 sigils. So that's what brings us to 400. And the bonus chest here. These also give lots of XP boosts, which are nice, but I've got plenty of them now because they give tons. We're still only at 400 sigils. Boom, there we go. That's another 1,000 from that nice mythic drop there. And look at all those egg tokens, man. So I think we're at 1,500 now. Somebody will definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but 1,500 sigils is the count that I'm going to go with for now. And so that brings us to 1,600 sigils. We're definitely not quite where we would expect to be, or hope to be. And we're out, unfortunately. So we did not break even on the perspective of sigils, but when you consider the amount of resources that I did get in exchange with all those breeding tokens and mythic fragments and all the other stuff, it's definitely a very valuable chest to get. But you do have to realize you might not get your sigils back from them. So if you're okay with that in exchange for some of those awesome resources, then it's definitely something you should invest in. But if you're saying, hey, I'm cutting it close for a mythic this season, I don't want to take the risk, then definitely you're not going to be losing out too much on skipping out on this Draconic chest deal. if you do want to mythic this season and it's going to be tight, just save up and try to do the most effective way you can by saving to the end of the season and not put any risk into the equation, because then you might miss out on your mythic and that wouldn't be fun. Anyways, I do hope this video was helpful and interesting, and I will see you in the next video.